Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Johnny, and in this video we're going to go to a pub in Farnham called the Princess Royal, where they're going to be having a car meet. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the classic cars that hopefully will turn up today, and maybe even get to interview and speak to the owners, find out a little bit about the history of the cars. It is a very, very cold morning today. It took me a while just to defrost the car. But yes, we're out, we're ready, we're raring to go. And as always, please, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future content. So we have with us today Leah, who is the person that's organising the meet today. Could you tell us a little bit about what's happening and the history behind it?
Well, I've been here since October. Yeah. I'm a car enthusiast myself, but I don't drive a nice car, so mine's not here. And like well into cars, so I thought, you know, we've got a massive car park, why not utilise it? There's plenty of people in the area that have got nice cars, so we kind of reached out last month and did our first one, and it was very successful, and we're like, right, let's just keep reaching out. So we've got basically dates until the end of the year, and then come April time we're going to shift it to Sunday evenings, so we can have a barbecue out here, music, all the rest of it. So
that's really good.
That's the plan.
So the date, when's the next one?
The next one is the 24th of March. We've brought it back a week just so we avoid Easter weekend. Yeah, so March is 8 till 11 like today, and then from April onwards until September it's Sunday evening 6 till 9, and it's the last Sunday of the month. So we can do up to 40, 45. Yeah. So obviously we're just growing bigger and bigger. We're just starting out now, so we'll just see how it goes.
The very first meeting that you had, how many people?
We did about 17, 18, so not many, but you know, enough to start us off. So.
But that's still good.
Yeah.
And so you're hoping to have a little bit more this time?
Yeah. Well, we only booked out 30 tickets, and they're all fully booked because we just wanted to kind of go with it. We're still learning, you know, it's still a learning process.
But that's almost double what you had last time.
Yeah. We've had the gentleman with the Aston Martins actually driven down from Margate.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got quite a few.
Hopefully he'll tell his friends.
Yeah. We've got, like I say, we've got quite a few, and we've now kind of networking with different people who run their own car meets and stuff like that, so yeah.
So you're now officially, the Princess Royal is now on the map?
Yeah, I hope so.
1973 VW T2 camper.
So could you tell me a little bit about the vehicle, what you've done in terms of restoration, all that kind of thing, please?
Yeah, I've had the van now for 3 years. His name's Bilbo.
Bilbo?
Bilbo.
As in what, from the Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, because he's my travelling companion.
Right.
The name was picked by my sister Joelle.
Yes.
He was originally shipped out to Australia, so he came back to the UK about 9 years ago. Wow. In Australia he was known as Snowy because he was all white. I bought Bilbo as seen, so I haven't done the conversion myself.
Okay.
But he's got a uprated engine in the back, so he's now got the 1.8 engine, so not the slightly asthmatic 1.6. we've done around about 20,000 touring miles in the 3 years, so he gets out nearly every weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of time spent down in Devon. I do a lot of staying in him. He's got an awning which I haven't brought along today, obviously, which is a 3-room awning that goes on the side.
Yeah.
But I just normally have him set up as he is at the moment. I just want to be able to get out and get camping, so I spent the extra money to find a van that had already been done up. Very good Alpine stereo system, which is quite good.
Yeah.
There's cooking facilities under the top there, a fridge, a sink, loads of storage. Yeah, very comfortable.
Amazing. I was not expecting that. Wow. And this has done 20,000 miles.
It's done 20,000 miles in my ownership. It's got 37,000 miles on the clock.
What's it like to sleep in?
It's surprisingly quite comfortable.
Yeah.
Surprisingly quite comfortable. It's very snug.
Right.
Very snug. I prefer camping like I think most people do in the summer.
Okay.
But it does go out during the winter as well.
Wow. It's in such good condition.
That was one of the big reasons that it's got no rust underneath whatsoever.
Yeah.
They do have a tendency to rust out. There are some little sills and things. They rust from the inside out.
Yeah.
He has got some spots that will need attending to this year, but in general, pretty good nick.
Really good. Well, thank you very, very much.
It's an absolute pleasure.
I really okay. So we have with us Bruno,
Hello,
who
mate.
is the proud owner of.
The Mercedes E-Class S213.
Right. Now, would you like to tell me a little bit about this beast of a car?
Okay, here we got a V6 diesel engine, AMG line, so with 350 brake horsepower around, so it's a nice. We got 20 wheels, 3 SDM wheels, and you got airlift management kit with Prazus struts.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is actually, I'm building this car for my company to see the jobs I can do. So that's the trunk made by myself.
This looks like a beast. Wow. So can you tell me a little bit about this system, please?
Okay, we got 2 compressors,
Yeah.
VR, and we got the 3.8 airlift management,
Right.
who is a Bluetooth one, and we got 8 sensors as well. So
Okay.
it's just amazing. And I got Prazus struts, who go really nice and together with the 3.8 performance.
So I'm going to ask you a question,
Yeah.
and I just want to know, how fast can this vehicle go?
Fast, but it's like I just cruiser. I don't speed.
I'm saying, what is the potential for the speed of this vehicle?
150 easy.
Wow. Easy at cruise, and you could cruise at that speed.
Yeah.
That is insane. I'm just going to walk around it now. And just look at this. The bodywork on it is perfect. It's such a clean car.
Thank you.
You spent a lot of time on this, haven't you?
Yeah, and I got a lot more to go.
And there's a lot more. What else do you want to do with the car?
I need. That's gonna come soon. I'm gonna finish the trunk setup,
Yeah.
and hopefully I'm gonna see you soon, and you're gonna check it out.
Yes. Well, we'll definitely be here at this meet, and we'll be able to check out some really amazing cars. But this car is just like sublime. When you pulled into the car park, it purred. It was so quiet, and I was like, "This is a beast of a motor."
Thank you.
How long have you had it?
A couple of months.
A couple of months. Okay. Can I see inside?
Yeah, of course. Feel free.
Whoa! Look at that interior, guys. This looks perfect. Wow.
And I got as well 4D tweeters.
Oh yeah. So the sound system in here is pretty good as well.
Yeah, it's Bowmasters.
Right. So I take it we will hear you before we see you.
Yeah.
Nice. That is a really nice car. Wow. It's a labour of love, isn't it? And is this your company?
Yeah, that's the company.
So your company's Insane Customs
Yep.
Limited. Bruno, thank you very, very much. Today, Keiran, who is the proud owner of
Subaru Impreza WRX 300.
Sounds very, very powerful. Can you tell me a little bit about your vehicle, please?
Yeah, it's just based on the WRX. It was one of 300 that was sent to Pro Drive to celebrate Subaru winning the World Rally.
Right.
As you can see, obviously it's not standard anymore.
No. There's been a few modifications since.
Yeah. Currently running 340 horsepower.
Yeah.
Just got upgrades like bigger turbo, bigger injectors, fuel pump, intercooler. Swapped out the seats for bucket seats and harnesses.
We'll have a look at that if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this engine because it looks amazing.
So it's EJ205 engine, 2 litre turbo.
Wow.
It's got the VF35 turbo injectors and intercooler from the STI, RCM induction kit, 3-port boost solenoid, Walbro 340 fuel pump.
You are an encyclopedia for all things vehicle.
I know what it's got on it. 3 decat up pipe, 3-inch pipe from the turbo back.
Yeah.
That's all custom made.
Yeah, go on.
That's all custom made. And then it was remapped by Duncan Graham.
Okay.
At Surrey Rolling Road. By Race Dynamics, at Surrey Rolling Road.
Okay.
Wheels 1552 Turbo Max. And they're painted, obviously a bit dirty now, but they're painted in Ferrari pearlescent white. Obviously it's got the lip kit on it, all around with the rear spats, rear diffuser, the ABW wide arch kit, and sitting on Tyne adjustable coilovers.
Wow. So please tell me, what's the history behind the old Scooby-Doo?
It's just the cars themselves are nicknamed Scoobies.
Oh, right, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, just all Subarus, nicknamed Scoobies.
Yeah.
And when I first got it, my daughter saw a Scooby-Doo teddy on it, and that was it. Hence, the pink and everything as well was her idea. She saw the pink brakes and was like...
And obviously the pink hoodie.
Oh, that's just by chance I was wearing that time. Yeah.
That's just by chance.
That was going in the wardrobe and seeing the first clean hoodies, that'll do.
Yeah, pick that out, let's do that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But yeah.
So are there any plans for you to do anything else with the vehicle?
It's pretty much where I want it.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I want to do is a roll cage.
Right, okay.
And there was one more, I can't think of.
Can I have a look inside?
Yeah, go for it. It's open. It's not very tidy in there, but...
No, but I just want
then the rest of it is just, after I've done the roll cage, the rest is just, tidy stuff up. Like my bolster's gone on the driver's seat, so that's one of the next things on the list to sort.
Yeah.
And then just tidy up everything, really, restore a few bits.
So, my last question to you.
Yep.
And obviously, I know you're going to say 70 miles an hour, but what is potentially the fastest speed this vehicle can go?
It's not as high as you'd think, because they weren't built for top end. They were built for acceleration. Yeah. So they were built to get out the corners quick. I mean, on paper, they say I think top speed's 145.
Right.
I know.
Fast you think that's fast?
I know it'll do a bit more than that.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, paper says 145.
Yeah.
They will go more than that, but it's where it's bred for rally.
Yeah.
It's quick to like 100, 120, then it sort of drops off, but it still goes, it just drops off a bit.
I'd imagine you'll beat most people at the lights.
It catches quite a few people out at lights.
Yeah.
Well,
Keiran, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate it. This is a beautiful vehicle.
Thank you.
Today, Callum and Sam, who are the owners of Illusion. Would you kindly tell us a little bit about what happens with your company?
So basically they're just family-friendly meets,
Yeah.
static only. It's just a safe place for us to, for people to bring their cars, but not have to worry about leaving their kids at home or anything like that.
Okay.
Kids are always welcome. Any and every car is welcome. It could be as standard as general Ford Focus or as modified as you like. The big thing for us is obviously having somewhere for people to go.
Yeah.
Obviously it is, with the scene going the way it is, obviously it's hard for people to find a meet where they can bring their car and not have to worry or have to travel every 5 minutes to a different location.
With all the rules and what stuff we have, we don't allow any antisocial behaviour, any burnouts, revving, anything like that. Even just loud music we don't allow, just because it stops anyone having any problems. We also welcome animals as well. So anyone that wants a dog and things like that, we have loads of them. We even have one on our team, a little mascot. But it's just somewhere that everyone can come and feel safe and not worry about having to spend loads of fuel or loads of money, and just genuinely
have a good time.
And loads of friendships have been made from it already. Everyone's met someone new, and everyone chats, and everyone just shows their passion off.
Cool. So how long has it been going on for?
So we started Illusion in May back in 2023.
Right.
We've been hosting meets for well over a year, 2 years.
Right.
So in the car scene itself, we've had 4 or 5-ish years, I'd say.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5-ish years.
So is it fair to say that you are petrol heads?
100%.
100%.
100%. I've been into cars since I was like 2.
Right. Okay.
Very much in the blood system.
Yeah. So what kind of vehicles will you expect to see at one of these meets?
We have, all sorts. Last meet, we have Plymouth Superbirds.
Wow.
Yeah. He literally only comes to our meet as an evening meet. Normally he only goes to breakfast meets.
Yeah.
One of our reps has got a Plymouth Satellite.
But we also have things from like Honda Civics to Subarus. We even have motorbikes and things like that now.
Yeah.
We've got loads of, it's a variety. There's no, yes, that's the right car. Anyone and everyone's welcome. So even if you've not got a modified car and you just want to come and have a look at the cars, they're as welcome as much as anyone.
Right, that's really good. So tell me, when's the next meet? Where is it? What's the address?
So our next meet is 3rd of March on Sunday. Right. It's at Morrison's in Aldershot.
Okay.
Best thing to do, Google is Morrison's in Aldershot.
Yes.
Time is 5:30 in the afternoon.
So it means that anyone that has work can go home and get what they need to do done, and then come to the meet. Normally runs for, I'd say, depending on size, I'd probably say about 2.5 hours. Normally about sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock, if not later, is normally when people start tethering off.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah. To be fair, we've managed to build a nice following. I think a lot of it is because of the reputation that we have.
We love the support from everyone as well.
Yeah.
Everyone supports us as much as we support them.
Yeah.
Which has been lovely.
You're very true. You're very right about the fact that it's getting harder for people to have a space.
We went to a show. we went to a show,
Yeah.
and it completely changed our perspective on the car scene in general.
Right.
After being in and out of a couple of groups, we had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Anywhere that was local, there wasn't really anyone hosting, so we turned around and just decided to make a group, give ourselves somewhere to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Sam says, we have anything and everything could turn up. We are possibly, we have had possible expectations of an Aventador or a Huracan, I think it is. So, obviously as time goes on and hopefully the reputation grows, we will have nicer cars and a wider variety come.
How many vehicles do you roughly get at these meets?
So the last couple of meets we've had between, I'd say, 80 to 90. Which is obviously, which isn't
That's
bad.
Not a small group.
No, which isn't bad considering.
I didn't know that. I was expecting you to say same sort of size.
So to be fair, we used to have about 40, 50,
right,
and then it just jumped.
Right.
Don't know why, but it just jumped.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
So this Morrison's is currently our winter location, just because it's sheltered.
Have a new location we're moving to.
Obviously, it keeps people out of the rain, means that they can still come out if they want to.
Yeah.
Easiest thing, if you do want to keep up with the meets, is check out probably our Instagram, which is illusion_meets. That's probably the easier one to find.
I'll put those details on the screen. So
the Facebook you should be able to find if you just search up Illusion.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're ever unsure, best thing to do is contact us via the Instagram, and then if need be, we can send you the link for the group.
Thank you very much, guys, for sharing a bit of your time. I'm looking forward to coming. I'm going to come. I'm definitely coming.
Yeah, no, of course.
That's the dream. That many vehicles in one place.
Yeah,
I'm definitely coming.
Yeah, as I say, we have a good reputation. So we actually have just recently had a Fast and Furious car start attending our meets.
Yeah,
he is only in a short section, but he is coming. He is enjoying it. A lot of the people that we've had, especially the American motors that don't really come out to the evening meets, have loved it and become regulars. So, which is obviously nice for us.
So I've got a quick question.
Yep.
The vehicle you're sitting on right now.
Yep.
Have you done any modifications to it?
A few, yeah.
Would you kindly share the firstly, what vehicle is this?
It's a 2005 Fiesta ZTEC S 1.6 NA engine. I've had the car 4 years.
Yeah.
Bought the car near enough standard for £250.
£250?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, genuine. I had a little 1.2 before that, but the clutch ended up blowing. A couple of days after I was offered this.
Yeah.
So yeah, picked this up off a mate. The modifications I've done, the wheels.
Yeah.
It's on H&R 35mm lower end springs.
Right.
Non-res Cobra catback section.
Okay.
Tinted rear windows. I've got an intake on there. What else?
Well,
what else?
Just tell me, what is the brake horse on this?
Factory is 105. I'm not expecting much more, to be honest, with the intake and the exhaust, because it's an NA engine.
Okay.
But I do have big plans for it. Possibly engine swap to an ST180 lump, depending on finances.
Yeah.
I want to get it on bags. The headlights, the fog halos. I've done a rear disc.
Lights down here. I don't even know if my camera will be able to give it justice. but these lights down here are absolutely amazing.
They've been a bit more grief than what they were worth, in all honesty. But no, to be fair, the company that I got them off have been pretty good to me.
Yeah.
With them, they have looked after me for it.
They look stunning.
I think the biggest modification is probably the rear disc conversion that I've done, because these come with drums from factory.
Okay.
So I ended up stripping it all back using the ZTEC S axle and rebuilt it using ST150 brakes. So I've had a fair bit of work done.
Do you know what I always find funny about doing interviews like this? Is whenever I ask you to talk about things about the person, they might be like, the minute I ask them to talk about their car, waffle straight away.
I can talk about the car all day long. You know, it's where
that's fantastic.
It's where my passion is. It's where I enjoy. It is where I put my time and my effort. You know, it is my escape.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I really, really do appreciate it.
Not a problem at all.
And that was Illusion. So if you'll see the details, they'll be on the screen. Check them out. It's in Morrison's in Aldershot, twice a month. Yeah. And the next one is
3rd of March.
3rd of March, people. So if you're around, come and check it out. So we have with us here today Matt, who drives a
Honda Civic Type R EP3.
Very, very nice vehicle. Can you tell me a little bit about it? What sort of modifications you've done, all that kind of stuff?
It's got a fully forged engine, closed deck, BC racing coilovers, 20mm spacers, induction kit, and that's about it so far.
And I take it there's more to do.
Oh yes, I want to go supercharged in the end.
Supercharged?
Yeah, 500 brake hopefully.
Wow. And what is the top speed on this?
On the old engine I did have 140 out of it and still wanted more, but nothing on this new one yet.
Yeah, this one.
I don't want to ruin this one.
No, you're going to drive this one respectfully.
Yes. Till it's supercharged, then maybe not.
Do you know when you're going to do that? Is that a plan?
Not anytime soon. It's about 6,200 for the kit, and that's without fitting it.
Are you going to do the fit yourself?
No, I'm going to get someone else to fit it. So yeah, I'm going to have to.
What, 10?
Maybe.
A bit less, maybe.
Maybe because then I've got to get a K Pro ECU and then go get it mapped and everything like that. So yeah, just numbers going up and up and up.
Yeah. Oh well, Matt, thank you very much for letting me see your vehicle.
No worries, thank you very much.
We've got some really amazing vehicles here now, haven't we?
Oh yes.
They're slowly coming, which is really cool. So this video is going to end up being about 5 hours long. Thanks very much.
No worries.
So we have with us here today Owen and Richard, who are the proud owners of
my 1977 tractor, my 1850 HL.
Very good. And this is a 1980, I think.
Yeah,
yes, Spitfire 1500.
Spitfire. So, could you tell me a little bit about the Spitfire, history of it, and that kind of thing? And
yeah, I've had this for about 2 or 3 years.
Right.
It's a bit tatty on the outside, but I've spent a lot of time on the engine, so I can show you the engine if you like.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So.
It's not every day you get to see a Spitfire.
The engine has been totally rebuilt.
Wow. So are you a mechanic?
No, just DIY.
Just a DIY.
Yeah, enthusiast. But yeah, the engine, well, it was old and tired and needed refurbishing really. So it's all been rebored and reground, and it's got a new head on it. It's lead free, so I can run it on lead free. Obviously, you have to run it on super unleaded.
Okay.
All these old cars and performance cars, they need to run on super
unleaded. Yeah. Oh, I see.
The normal unleaded is just bad for them. It's it doesn't do their engines or their their fuel hoses or anything any favours. So yeah.
So you've had it 2 or 3 years, and you've done a lot of work to it. I can see.
Yes. So under the bonnet, I've done a lot of work. The bodywork needs a respray really, but mechanically it's pretty sound. And
I take it this is your take it out at the weekend.
Yes. Yeah. This one I've got a Mark II Honda Civic as well, like a 1983 Honda Civic and a 1988 Renault 5. 1980.
1980.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is tax and MOT free.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to keep it safe to drive on the road. If you don't have an MOT.
Oh, I see.
So you still need to.
Is there a check of that, or is that just left to you? Or?
It's sort of left to you, but a lot of people will put their classic cars in for MOTs anyway, just sort of like for peace of mind. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my word, this is a very, very, very nice car. And as I said, you don't see many of them around anymore, so they're getting more and more classic.
They are, and they're easy to maintain because the parts are readily available and they're not expensive.
But where would you go to? What manufacturer would you go to get these parts?
Well, you can go to places like Paddocks. That's where I normally get my bits from. I think they're based in Milton Keynes, somewhere like that. So you buy it on the internet and they send it to you. But the parts are easy to get hold of, and there's enthusiast clubs and things like that where you can you can get on forums and talk to people, and they'll be able to usually find you parts for most classic cars. My advice would be go on the Facebook groups for those clubs, and then you can the people there are always willing to help if you get stuck with a technical issue. They'll give you advice on how to fix it as well. And then you've also got YouTube, which is like an invaluable source of information for gathering how to do things.
I know. I've realised that whenever there's something that needs to be fixed, I now go to YouTube.
Yes.
For a tutorial video.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's usually very, very helpful. Thank you very much for talking to me a little bit about your car. It is beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Owen, can you tell me a little bit about your Triumph, please?
Okay, well, this is a fairly new car to me. I bought it in November.
Right.
And originally I was looking for a Triumph 2000, which was a larger model with the straight six engine.
Yeah.
And the prices of them are going up a bit, and I wanted something a bit more, I'd say reliable, but not that 2000 is unreliable. But the reason I got this one in particular is it's the 1850 engine, which has the overhead camshafts and is related to the Saab 99.
Can I have a look at the engine?
Yeah, I'll open the bonnet. So it's a slant 4 overhead camshafts crossflow engine. So the exhaust is on the other side of the intake, which helps it breathe a lot better, and it keeps the intake side cooler, and it's generally just much better design.
Yeah.
And it's the same engine as in the Saab 99, which came out a few years before it, despite being an engine developed by Triumph. But in the Saab, which is interesting, is because the Saab is front-wheel drive, they have the whole engine facing the other way around, which is just bizarre to look at.
Yeah.
So it's just backwards in the Saab.
So when it comes to you doing your modifications, you've got to think backwards.
Yes, yeah.
Brilliant. So how old is this vehicle?
So it's a 1977.
1977.
Although it was built in 76 on December 31st.
Right.
So
so it just crept in.
Yes. So it was on the day before New Year, so nobody really tried very hard on building it, I guess.
No.
Not quite the best quality, being British Leyland. So it's 46, if my math is right, 46 years old now.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just you don't see many vehicles like this now.
No.
You're only going to really see a vehicle like this at a classic meet, and then you don't know if it will turn up. And have you travelled far?
No, we live quite locally. This is our first time coming here. We moved here fairly recently.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
So we almost didn't make it as the Spitfire didn't really want to start. But,
oh, really?
It had been sitting a while though, so.
Yeah.
But this I'm using on. I want to use it as my daily driver, but
That's your daily driver.
Yeah. But I've got a modern car as a backup, but I'm using that more than not because I work in Oxford, which is quite far away to be driving
it's
and staying
it's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
What are your plans then? What plans do you have in terms of modifications?
Well, I'm not sure if it counts as modification, but I want to get it in a state where I can put it for an MOT and it will pass.
Ah, yeah.
It's a fairly humble goal, but
no, that's not
probably a good one because it's make sure it's all safe and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not too big on modifications. I like cars stock and just how they are from factory. So.
Have you always been into cars?
Yeah. Well.
So are you a petrol head?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
My dad's always been big into cars, and I get it from him.
But you know, when you think there's lots of fast cars and some of the sort of the Jap Jap speeders and that kind of stuff, but you prefer the older models.
Yeah. Well, I like the Japanese stuff as well, but
do you?
I'd quite like a Toyota Cressida or something.
Oh, okay.
But the 80s one, the nice boxy one.
Oh, but it's still an older car.
Yeah, of course.
Still an older car. Well, I mean, thank you very much for showing us a little bit about your car. I really, really appreciate that.
No
Thanks
worries.
very much.
I'm glad to.
Beautiful man.
Don't break his camera.
No, he won't. The camera won't break. What's your name?
Royce.
Royce. So Royce, this is a 1970s vehicle.
1970s C10.
C10.
Chevrolet truck.
Right. Okay. And how long have you had it?
Oh, 10 years, I think.
You've had it 10 years, right? Okay. So what sort of work have you done to the vehicle?
The motor.
The motor.
And the gearbox, yeah.
So so let's have a look.
Oh, nothing to see inside.
No, but it's still a nice vehicle.
Just a manual gearbox.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, so this was an automatic?
It was an automatic.
It was an automatic, and you've converted it to manual?
Yeah.
Whoa. And have you done anything to the bodywork?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Just put on some fancy tires.
Yeah.
Other than that,
and that's it?
It's original, yeah.
Beautiful. Fleet side. C10.
Is such a good shape for going, good. Most of the guys that I went with had.
I have a question. How many litres to the gallon?
I have no idea.
How much to fill it?
It don't pass a petrol station without going in.
So you fill up quite a bit then? I would imagine.
Every time I use it.
Every time you use it?
Yeah.
Wow. So this isn't your everyday car, no?
No. No,
this is your
a once a week
car, right? Okay. Well, thank you very much for showing it to me. I really appreciate that.
Only a pleasure.
Thank you. So there we have it. That was the Princess Royal meet. I found out it's only the second one they've done. Quite a few people turned up, which is really cool, and they're really friendly. They really want, everyone was happy to talk about their vehicles and tell us a little bit about the history of it all. It was a really, really good meet. Definitely, if you want to check out the next one and hang out here, because you've got a good set of people here, and they're happy to talk about their cars, open up the bonnets and all that kind of thing. And I don't know anything about cars. I'm a complete novice, so it's really nice to hear these people talk about their vehicles and just generally share their experience, their knowledge. And it was just a really, really good day out. A couple of hours in the morning, absolutely fantastic. If you like this video, obviously please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up for me, people. The algorithm, it loves that. And yeah, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.